Your coding agent got better in Auth than you are. Not because the model changed, because it now has a live connection to Clerk's actual documentation. Every single prompt. That is MCP, and it changes how you build Auth with AI. By the way, if you want to see full Clerk's Auth setup in the app, I have a video on my channel. I will attach a link in the description. So why does this happen? Your coding agent was trained on a snapshot of the internet. Clerk's API changed, the snapshot didn't. Think of it like a developer who read every Clerk's tutorial in 2023 and never Googled anything since. Confident, outdated, dangerous. MCP fixes that. It's a live wire between your agent and actual documentation. So instead of guessing from memory, it checks the source every single time. That's it. Two things we are doing today. Part 1, connecting Clerk's official MCP server to Cursor. Your agent immediately stopped generating deprecated Clerk's code. Part 2, building your own Clerk-secured MCP server. So AI agents can access per user Clerk data with OAuth authentication. Let's start with a quick win. Here is Clerk's MCP server page. Here they have all documentation on the MCP server, but we are interested to know how to add it to Cursor. And here is the setup instructions. And they have Cursor at the first tab, and we can add it with one click, clicking on that button. Also, you can see that they have Cloud integration, VS Code, Windsurf, Z, Codex, and some other clients. Also, if you want to set it up manually, there is the instructions how to do that. And basically, if we're gonna take a look at the JSON file, there is only one URL link to set everything up, and here is that link. Here they have some example usage, so we can ask Cursor, let's say, such a questions like, how do I use the user hook in Clerk? Show me how to set up B2B SaaS with Clerk organizations. How do I implement a waitlist with Clerk? We will try that. And what is the best way to protect roots in Next.js with Clerk? And they mentioned that the MCP server will provide accurate, up-to-date code snippets and implementation patterns. And here are available snippet bundles. So they have B2B SaaS, waitlist, Auth basics, custom flows, organizations, and server side. Okay, so now let's set up that MCP server in Cursor and let's do the manual approach. For that, we need to go to Cursor settings, and here we need to select Tools and MCP tab. And here we need to press Add Custom MCP. And now we need to copy paste that JSON here. It is successfully added. You can see it here with a green status, and it is mentioned here that there is 2 tools available and 48 resources enabled. We can expand it and see what exactly is enabled. Great, so now let's try to ask Cursor some questions about Clerk setup. Let's try to ask, how do I protect a React root with Clerk? The output is ready, but let's take a look at that part. So from where did he get this information? And once we click here, we can see the steps Cursor followed to get this information. And then we see this message. Let me check the Clerk MCP server for relevant resources and tools. And we can hover on that search files and we can see where exactly he was looking for information. So that output is 100% based on Clerk's documentation. And here is our answer. Basically, the recommended way is to use the show component, which replaces the deprecated protect, sign in, and sign out components. And this is the example of usage. And now, for example, we want to know how to implement waitlist in Clerk. Let's type this question. How do I implement a waitlist with Clerk? And here is our step-by-step instruction. So first, enable waitlist mode. So for that, we need to go to Clerk dashboard, then go to user and authentication, restrictions, enable waitlist mode. And then this is the way how to introduce it into your app. So you can see that we need to import waitlist from Clerk React package. Perfect. That tells us that Cursor replies us based on Clerk's documentations only. And now the part 2. Here is a real-world scenario. You are building a SaaS. A user opens the app and asks the AI assistant, summarize my account. The agent needs to know who that user is, their plan, their email, their data. Not anyone else, theirs. That is what this builds. An MCP server your agent can call, authenticated per user through Clerk's Auth. No API keys, no data leaking across the users. Let's build it. First, you need to create Node.js Express project, and then you need to install there these packages. Here is one important thing we need to do. We need to go to Clerk dashboard, then we need to go to Auth applications that is under the developers tab, and here in settings we need to enable dynamic client registration. Also here in API keys you need to get your secret key and publishable key that you will use in MCP server. And now let's take a look at that server setup. So I just created only one file, which is around 100 lines of code. So here first we need to import from Clerk Express Clerk client, Clerk middleware, and get Auth. Then we also import in that protected resource handler Clerk and Auth server metadata handler Clerk. We will need MCP server, streamable HTTP server transport. Of course, we need CORS, Express, request, and response from Express package. Then we have pretty basic Express app setup. So here we use Express, we call in Express CORS, Clerk middleware, and Express JSON. And then on the initial route, we just return Clerk MCP demo server is running. These two routes tells cursor where to send user for login. Without them, cursor gets rejected and has no idea where to authenticate. Then we define map with sessions, and after that we have create MCP server instance. And here we pass user ID. Inside we define server variable, and here we call MCP server. To that MCP server we need to pass name. In our case it's gonna be Clerk MCP demo, and version. That's gonna be our initial version. Then we call this server, and we need to call a register tool. And here we pass get Clerk user data, and also we have here description. Fetch the authenticated Clerk user's profile data including ID, email, name, and account creation date. After that, here in the next function you can see that we define user, and here we call Clerk client users get user, and we pass that user ID. And as a return we want to have type, we want to have this text where we're gonna mention ID, email, first name, last name, and create it at. It's totally configurable. And we're gonna return it here. And then our MCP route, it's a post request. In that post request, we use that get auth, and here we pass accepts token or auth token. Then we check if there is no user ID, user is not authenticated, we return _1 status. Otherwise, we have here session ID, and we get it from MCP session ID from headers. Then we check if there is session ID, and this session ID already exists in the map. We just get it from there. Otherwise, we generate the random one. And then we pass user ID to that create MCP server function. And then we get this MCP server, and we call connect, and to that connect we pass that transport, which is streamable HTTP server transport. Then pretty basic stuff, we define the port, and then we call app listen, we pass that port, and also I set some console logs, and I'm already running the server, so you can see that Clerk MCP demo server is running. Here is the URL, and basically that URL we need to use in cursor, so let's add there this MCP server. So here we press new MCP server, and here is it Clerk MCP demo, and here is that URL. It appeared here, but you see that it needs authentication. Let's press connect. That's how it looks. Here we need to press allow. And after we press that allowed, we go to redirect back to cursor, and you see that this tool is enabled. Now we can test it in cursor chat. So let's type here in the chat, what is my Clerk user data? And here is it, user ID, email, that's correct. First name, last name is not set. And account created November 5th, 2025. That's totally correct, so the setup works. Now on a stake. Part 1, do it today. 60 seconds, your agent stops writing broken auth code. No reason not to. Part 2 is a real work. This runs locally. Production will need persistent sessions, Redis or Postgres, or it breaks on cold starts. HTTPS only or auth testing. So that was just the example how you can benefit from Clerk's MCP server. Let me know in the comments if you're already using Clerk's MCP server, and let me know about your experience. That's it for today. I hope this video was helpful. If yes, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. That will help me a lot. Thanks for watching and see you in the week.